songwriters always kind of appealed to me, so I guess that's why I started writing songs. I mean, it was my love for music early were, people like, John Lennon, or, I mean, who I felt was like a outside of the box songwriter. So I guess things like rhythms always get people dancing, but the lyrics for me are always kind of what held true and why I started to write.
Well, he works in the field till the sun disappears and the supper in the house gets cold. It's a cold, stiff life for his daughter and his wife. Being young never looks so old. And his wife said, babe, you're gonna work till your grave and you better lay down that plow. He said, baby, sweetie, honey, I'm just grinding for the money that you keep spending up somehow. But when you wake up in a sweat, your life ain't over yet, but it seems way out of line. And the feeling ain't right, that ain't no kind of life. Won't you take it to the left one time? Take it to the left one time. And there, on the road up ahead, a man asking for some bread, and you look down your nose and scowl. He got caught up in the pen, stole some food for his friends, and nobody lets him live it down. So he hits up a job, they say you look like a slob and you don't have experience, babe. He said, how can I get what you need met if I can't work a single day? Now when you wake up in a sweat, your life ain't over yet, but it seems way out of line. And the feeling ain't right, that ain't no kind of life. Won't you take it to the left one time? Take it to the left one time. And left. So sugar, honey, baby, when your food is on the table and you're working out in the sun, take a rest, start eating, cause honey, best believing that you won't be the only one. And if you can't find pay cause you can't work a day, you should take it in as a sign and follow my lead. It's your soul's right to dream. Won't you take it to the left one time? Take it to the left one time. When you wake up in a sweat, your life ain't over yet, but it seems way out of line. And the feeling ain't right, that ain't no kind of life. Won't you take it to the left one time? Take it to the left one time. Take it to the left one time. And left.
A lot of people ask about the writing process. I think it's different for different people. Mine has always been kind of weird. It's not like I'm sitting at a coffee shop and write on a napkin. It's pretty digital. I don't pine over songs most of the time for months at a time. It's usually just I'll sit down. I'm really melodic in structure, so I'll sit down and I'll come up with a hook or something that I feel is catchy, and then I'll basically just pound it out on a Word document or on a notepad or something that's really fast. I usually kind of wait till the last minute and just kind of throw it all out at once. That's my process. It's really quick. I mean, if I can sit down for 3 or 4 hours, I can usually kick out 3 or 4 songs. But it's got to be everything. Everything in the house has to be clean, everything's got to be orderly. It's all got to be perfect. Otherwise, I can't do it. Dog's got to be petted. Like that kind of thing. So I'm usually a pretty quick writer, but it kind of comes all at once.
Well, you can paint a pretty picture, packed with promise making, but pretty soon we'll figure the photos you've been faking when you call. You call, making out in the movies. Don't leave your mama looking. Let her see what you see. All the boys that you've been booking in the hallway. The hallway, baby, you got everything you need. So honey, it's time you leave. And that loving alone. Emotion is a gamble, it just might leave you wanting. Is it too much to handle by the way that you've been flaunting it around? All my words coming through, babe. You feel what I've been smoking. You think I'm being rude, hey, I'm just trying to help you choke it on down. Down, baby, I got everything you need. So honey, it's time you leave. That loving alone. Baby, I got everything you need. So honey, it's time you leave. And that loving alone.
I've actually started pushing into a lot more local music. Local being Atlanta, but I've noticed that wherever you go on the road, there are always locals that will say, check out this, check out that, and I usually like to do that because I feel that if it's done properly, it's kind of the cutting edge of things. I mean, I still have the people that I've always loved that I listen to, like Richard Buckner or Vic Chestnut, or I feel like I reapproach those people. But yeah, I've been trying to listen to a lot of local stuff because I like to find what I feel is kind of pushing the envelope.
Looking through some family photos, looking back through all the years, thinking how everyone always changes so much. You just can't see it in the mirrors. I'm a little too old to be on idle, and a bit too young to just retire. And all of my friends have already settled down. I've just begun to stoke the fire. Got a whole lot of this, not enough of that. A whole lot I miss about my younger life. When I reminisce, I'll grin and bear the times about my body, my drinking, and my wife. Na 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 again, na 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 again, na 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 get it, na 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 get it, na 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 get it, na 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 get it. Now aging is like watching water boil. When you're younger, wrinkles will raise eyebrow. And when your arms a little saggy, you just tone up something flabby. But that was then and this is now. I'm a little too old to play some football, and a bit too young to gather dust. And as a rolling stone, I'll just shrug off all that's grown and hope that wind blows where it must. Got a whole lot of this, not enough of that. A whole lot I miss about my younger life. When I reminisce, I'll grin and bear the time about my body, my drinking, and my wife. Na 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 get it, 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 na 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 get it. So here I am caught in the middle of my youth and golden age. Well, hell, I'll pour a beer and salute that I'm still here. Look forward to my younger days. I'm a little too old to wear a tank top, and a bit too young to know it's wrong. And though my back gets sore, I'll just puff my chest out more when the radio starts playing my old songs. Got a whole lot of this, not enough of that. A whole lot I miss about my younger life. When I reminisce, I'll grin and bear the time about my body, my drinking, and my wife. Na 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 again, na 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 again, na my body, yeah, my drinking. Oh Lord, don't make me say my wife.